who you with, Kurt, though. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. Welcome to Speak On It with who you with, Kurt, though. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. Welcome to Speak On It with who you with, Kurt, though. Welcome to Speak On It with who you with, Kurt, though. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. Welcome to Speak On It with who you with, Kurt, though. Welcome to Speak On It with who you with, Kurt, though. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome to Speak On It with who you with, Kurt, though. Welcome to Speak On It with who you with, Kurt, though. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome to Speak On It with who you with, Kurt, though. Welcome to Speak On It with who you with, Kurt, though. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome to Speak On It. Welcome to Speak On It. I'm welcome to Speak On It. Welcome to Speak On It. I'm welcome to Speak On It. Welcome to Speak On It. I'm welcome to speak. Welcome to speak. Welcome to speak. I'm 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 who you with, Kurt, dog. Welcome to Speak On It with who you with, Kurt, dog. I'm who you with, Kurt, dog. It's Thursday night. Y'all already know what time it is. My girl is waiting in the left wings. She over there waiting. I want to welcome everybody to the show on Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, Twitch, D Live. It's in the house. Also Twitter and Instagram. Not sure if Instagram gonna play good tonight because there's two of us on the show. But if it don't, I know if you got to go to the profile, click on the YouTube for you can be a live part of the show. But I gotta ask my girl, what's going on, Miss Risky?
Nothing much. Just doing too many projects at one time.
And like I tell you, the hardest working woman of showbiz. Instagram is not gonna allow us to be great. You know that? It won't do it.
Yeah, I
Like
just
I
see
said,
half my face.
that's why I said, if you are on Instagram, please go to the link tree in my profile and click on the YouTube. Join us live on YouTube because Instagram won't allow us to be great on the software that we use. So join us on there. I'm actually gonna end Instagram because I gotta have my stuff looking right. Can't be
Yeah,
out
they
there looking
tripping.
all crazy. Um, so if you are on Instagram, definitely go to the link tree and click on the profile. T. Anthony Walton, please go to YouTube. The link is in my profile and join us there. All right, I had to end that YouTube because what's that Instagram? I
Instagram.
don't know what's
The
going on. I've been
gram.
on it all. Yeah, that Graham. What's going on, Marcellus? I had to
Hey,
put out an
Marcella.
APB on Marcellus. I was like, hey, doing a roll call, got to check up on you. You know, people starting to worry about you a little bit. He said, I'm doing good. What's up, family? I'm in the house tonight. Hold on. Let me see if I can say it like him. Hey, Miss Risky.
I think it's more like, hey.
What's going on, Marcella? Glad you in the house tonight. No matter what platform you're on, we are not on Instagram tonight, so you can definitely check us out on YouTube. Just like Radio and Marcellus, they both listening on YouTube, and you can check us out on that. And I see a lot of folks coming up on there. Periscope been on fire lately, so definitely check us out on that. And let's uh get it started. I know you have some history. You
Yeah, it
always
was
have some good
quick because
history.
I thought I had another story in the wings while I was working on my project. I had to do a rush job because I didn't have a backup story.
Yeah, but I
So,
know.
so this one's going to be on Esther Jones, the inspiration for the Betty Boop cartoon. Baby Esther was the stage name of Esther Lee Jones. who was born around 1918. She also, along with being called Baby Esther, she also went by Little Esther. She was an American singer and child entertainer of the late 1920s. She was known for interpreting popular songs with a mixture of seriousness and childish mischief. She used to do a boop boop a doop style of scat singing, which is one of the phrases that is popular in the Betty Boop cartoon. She became an international celebrity before leaving the spotlight as a teenager. So she didn't, she was a child singer and then she quit in her teen years. Not a lot of information on her, like she just fell off the grid. But in 1930, Betty Boop was created, resembling a 1920s flapper with the curls and the curvy body and wearing very short dress or skirts that showed off a garter on her left leg. Betty would dance and sing in a distinctive, unique style, including her hallmark phrase "boop boop a doop," rendered by Margie Hines in the style of Helen Kane. So Helen Kane was a popular white nightclub performer of the day who specialized in delivering lyrics with a childlike voice, except it wasn't Kane's style. In 1934, Kane had been laid off from Paramount Studios and brought a suit against the Fleischer creators of the Betty Boop cartoon. She claimed that she was Betty, and the animators styled her and took her stage persona from her. She wanted them to stop producing the cartoon and pay up in the grand total of $250,000. And that's in the 1930s, and she wanted mad money. I don't know what that equates to in today's terms, but that's probably like millions. The Fleischers fought back, and somebody on in their team was like, "Wait a minute, we got this from another woman," and they actually had the receipts. An early test sound film of Baby Esther's performance in 1928 was used as evidence. Kane's case was thrown out, and she eventually died in obscurity in 1966. As for Jones, she didn't receive a dime for her work being used to create the animated dog woman. If she did try to sue at that time, it was virtually impossible for a Black woman in the 1920s, 30s to go up against a. You're waving like you're distracting me. Like, what are you doing?
Excuse me.
It's all day with your shenanigans. But it was virtually impossible for, any person of color to go up against, white business owners during that time. But Jones, like I said, she dropped off the face of the earth. They're not even sure when she died. For all we know, she could be, 100 years old in a retirement home and doesn't remember who she is. But yeah, she never resurfaced again after she went away and left the stage in her teen years. And then some woman tried to take her creds. So that's my story. So
That's that's pretty interesting. I don't know why I'm sounding like the Terminator right now. I think it may be feedback from your computer coming in.
maybe because it sounds fine to me.
Um, that's interesting because a lot of time, a lot of our ancestors don't get the credit that they supposed to get,
Hmm.
just like anybody else. unfortunately, back in those days, there was no laws to protect. It was some, but some laws did not protect the artists of Black folks, and that's a problem, because can you imagine if that was done right? As much as we see Betty Boo everywhere, how much her family would have made
Right.
over all
Just
these
on
years.
royalties alone, because it's a
Exactly.
popular character, and
Um,
a lot of things that, Black people did back in the day, even as far as like with the Motown era, a lot of these songs that were sung by a lot of artists were adapted to white people, the white singers. And, they got more airtime and were more marketable than maybe the underground singers that were trying to come up in the world. So, yeah.
and that's kind of like, if you remember, like in the Five Heartbeat, when they was on tour and the bus pull up,
Hmm.
and when they received the album cover of their album,
Hmm.
that scene said that they wanted their face on the album.
Hmm.
Instead, they put some white guys on the album, and saying it was more marketable. But the reality of it, if people love your music, it shouldn't matter what's on your cover. I prefer to know exactly what artist is singing, because we don't need Milli Vanilli to come back. So we thought they were singing, but then again, they wasn't. Um, so that's cool. Um, Thank you for always bringing the history. Matter of fact, last week we had someone to respond to the history you did last week, and I texted to you. I was like, "Hey, you always doing a great job with the history. I appreciate you, and let's keep it going." Um, what I reason why I wasn't
Waving
waiting.
your wand.
Well, I was I was trying to set up my stand, because what I'm gonna do, because of Instagram, um, I'm gonna go live on Instagram while we're doing the show. So hopefully it works. I hope. I don't think we ever really did it before, going live on my phone at the same time. But uh Radio and Chaos said, I say Radio and Chaos. For some reason I feel like today is Friday. But
Yeah, well,
Marcella said,
yesterday felt like Friday to me. That's why I'm all the way thrown off. Like, it's just crazy. And I'm like, I feel like I went to work, but I'm taking the rest of the week off. So I haven't had time to kind of chill. So, yeah.
exactly.
But I'm going to sleep in until about 10 tomorrow. That's the goal.
Oh, I have to wait today tomorrow. So um okay, I'm hope I'm doing this right, because normally I haven't gone live on Instagram in so long. Um as for from my phone,
Hmm.
it's been a while since I did it. And I don't like my background that much. I don't know if I could change that. Will I be able to change my background? Are they just gonna see the green screen behind me?
I have no idea.
Oh, let's see.
The only time I went live was during our ice age that we had in
Oh,
Texas,
well,
where
Instagram.
where I lost my fingers.
I'm back on live right now. I'm doing the show. You gotta excuse the background, but Miss Risky and I is live on the show. So definitely um chime in with us.
Oh, there you go.
And we're also,
I don't
yeah,
know if I can go in there.
yeah, you should be able to request, and then I'll bring you in.
Yeah, but I don't think I'm set up to do all that. See, you be springing stuff on me. Now I gotta wave my arms in the air.
Waving like you just don't care.
I don't know how to
What's
do
going
my
on, Dope
mounts.
Boy? The Hope Boy. He's joining us. He's actually live on Instagram with us. You can chat live with us. Um, all right, you came
I don't
in.
know what they.
All right. Hey, we are live, so I have requested had accept your.
Oops, I hear you.
Okay, there you go.
Turn
You
that
on there?
all the way down. Or
Yeah,
do I
cut it
need
down.
to keep it up? I don't know. Because
I
now I'm
don't know.
hearing too much.
Just cut it down and cut it down, and
Yeah,
maybe
that's what I
we
was
can
doing. Because I
we
don't know if
amateur.
people will be able to hear me, though. I don't know how
I don't
this
know,
works.
but
Yeah, I'm sure they'll let us know.
exactly. T Cal is in the house on Facebook,
See, they
not on
seeing too
Facebook,
much of my
YouTube.
my daubers, and I don't know. We're gonna turn it to Hendrix.
I was finna say, who that in the background? Who
Jimmy
that?
wants to be in the spotlight.
Who that, Harpo? Um, what's going on, Dope Boy, the Hope Boy? Y'all need to check out the vegan food from him. He's always providing some good vegan. Dope Boy, let me know if you can hear me pretty good on here, because I'm not sure. This is our first time trying to go live on Instagram while we're doing the show. So, uh,
Uh-oh.
yeah,
I
you
got
got
kicked
kicked
off.
off. It says you're not able to join. Y'all are
I got kicked
listening to
off.
us live and speak on with who you with, Kurt, dog. Hopefully they can hear me. I think, yeah, you frozen on Instagram. I'm
Well,
not sure.
it booted me out, so I had to start over.
Okay, let me see.
Yeah.
Okay, you should be coming back in. Um, yeah, it is a selfie stick. So I was trying to set it up so it can hold up my phone while we are live. Um,
Yeah, you're lucky I have a little thing on my ring, because you just be live on Instagram by yourself. Because I'd be like,
Well, if y'all just not tuning in, you are listening to Speak On It with Who You With, Kurt Dog. Miss Risky just got finished with the story of baby Esther Lee Jones, better known as the original Betty Boo. Yeah, they stole it from her. So while ago, I won't be able to show that picture I wanted to show. But while ago, a story came out down in the Houston area, in Leeds City. A 53-year-old man was um, got upset because he was told to wear a mask, and since he didn't want to wear a mask at a Jack in the Box, he decided to stab the manager 3 times, and the police is currently looking for this man. I will put the picture up a little bit later. Unfortunately, I'm unable to do it now because my phone is occupied. But definitely, if you pull up the story about man style manager at Jack in the Box, it'll come up. So, uh, these people in these masks, please understand, it is the business right. I said when Greg Abbott um, raised decided to lift the mask mandate, issues like this was going to happen. Anything that take place is on him because he's the one that decided to do this, knowing that we're still in the middle of a pandemic. So, so definitely be careful. Try not to get into a big confrontation with a uh, mentally ill, challenged person. So, um,
yeah.
but since we're talking about
Another person
masking
who,
down in
yeah,
Houston,
yeah, the Galveston area. So this was on Fox 4 News, and you may remember this person, Terry Wright, the woman seen in viral video refusing to wear a mask at a Bank of America, has been arrested again after
again,
refusing to wear a mask at an office depot in Texas City. According to the police, Wright was asked to wear a mask or leave, and she refused, and the police officers were dispatched to the scene around 9 a.m. on March 7th. Officers say that Wright refused to give them her date of birth, but one of the officers, hold on, I don't think it goes down anymore. Officers say that Wright refused to give them her information, but one of the officers recognized her from the video of the Galveston incident at the Bank of America. Officer found that Wright had 2 warrants out for her arrest for the Bank of America incident. and she was arrested and transported to Galveston County Jail. She's being charged with and resist arrest search or transport. No additional charges were filed due to the officer or the Office Depot incident in Texas City.
Mm. So that's where I come in at. So this woman is gonna go get arrested twice, which is crazy. Need to be held accountable for it because what's happening, I believe she's 65 or something, or 67.
Older, yeah, I didn't catch her
Exactly.
age, but
I
she is
think
very, she's probably retirement age or
I think she
close
was
to it.
past, I want to say she probably was past it. Let me see if I can, because it's 65, she's 65. And now we're talking about you. Maybe that's what she wanted us to do, to talk about on the Speak on it with Who You With Kirk, though. That's who you are listening to, because we are going to talk about stupidity. That's what we're going to do, talk about stupidity. Um, so, uh, so T Cal says she heard about that yesterday and it cracked her up. It's crazy how these people are doing, and I don't understand why
And
they
I knew it
doing
was
it.
going to happen. I knew it was going to happen once they dropped that mandate and everybody's lost their minds. Like they just think, well, the governor said, well, guess what? He's not in control of these private businesses. It's my way or the highway. No shoes, no shirt, no mask, no service. Bye.
There you go. Because the bottom line is just basically you got to follow their order. If somebody
Right.
comes to your home, you want them to follow your rules of your house. Well, those businesses, the rule is the house of the business. You have to follow their rules. If you don't,
Or they can go somewhere else. Simple as that.
exactly,
Or stay home.
exactly. And some people doing it for attention. Then they turn around and get social media and they go on and they turn around and uh, get social media and talk about it, then they have other crazy folks to follow them, and now they numbers are up. So the bottom line is, why you trying to get attention? This is some unnecessary attention you really don't want because it's going to call you. It's going to cost you in the long run. Um, Radio talking about, I'm glad I didn't read it while I was talking. They should add to that, no brain, no service. It's one company. I've seen the story last night. I think it was in the Dallas area, but I'm not quite sure. They charging $50 if someone question them about why they need to wear their mask in a business. They have signs up that say they're going to charge them $20.
They
So
should. Like a nuisance fee. Listen, like I'm all for it. Doing charging extra. Maybe they'll stop.
exactly. I hope they
But they're not, because they are
probably.
self entitled and they feel like their rights are being infringed upon,
They,
whatever else, that makes them charge Capitol buildings.
yeah, I can hear them now. It's my right. I don't need to wear a mask, but you do when you come in my house.
Right,
You need to wear your mask and just get over it. If not,
right.
don't spend your money here.
Exactly.
So, uh, so Tammy Lynn Wright, welcome to the show. You made the headline and speak on it with Who You With Kurt, though. So, the next couple of stories, I put them last for a reason. And I don't know. I don't know about this. So the thing is with this now, um, Deshaun Jackson, no, Deshaun
Watson.
Watson. Watson. I don't know why I said Jackson.
Watson. I was like, Jack. I was about to say, I looked up the wrong one.
Deshaun Watson.
All the Deshaun's are getting arrested.
So apparently, allegedly, up to 9 women have came out, and 3 have filed sexual misconduct lawsuits against him, and then attorneys are investigating the other 6. I don't understand it. I don't know if it's true or not, but if it is true, he need to be held accountable. Now, according to the attorney representing the 3 women who have filed sexual misconduct lawsuit against Deshaun Watson, now say the total of accusers have ballooned to 9, and that was just updated at 12:39 today. The Busby law firm has now been hired by 9 women to bring cases against Deshaun Watson. Attorney Tony Busby said, noting the allegations are similar. We have filed 3 lawsuits, and as we complete our due diligence, um, we'll file the remaining ones in due course. Busby say the firm is talking with several others and praises his client as brave women who are willing to come forward and to be heard. Now this one is kind of is crazy. The allegation against NFL superstar Deshaun Jackson Watson. I don't know why I keep saying Jackson. Deshaun Watson.
Maybe that's one of his names. It could be his mama's name. He could be a Jackson.
Hey, I don't know. Uh, piling up a third female masseuse has filed a lawsuit against the quarterback, claiming he forced her to perform all sets during a December 2020 encounter. That's when I read that, I thought about you. Now, know what you said. No, you know what you said you used to do back in the days.
Massage back in the day.
Yeah.
Well, you
And
gotta be more specific. Like, huh?
I didn't mean it like
That
that.
could have gone so many different ways.
Well, yeah. That my apology.
All day with your shenanigans.
My apology.
No,
But
no.
it's um it's real crazy because here it is, a superstar. And if these cases are true, you need to be held accountable. Whatever the law fit, whatever the law decide to do with you, you need to be held accountable. If it's not true, the word of advice I will give you, if you're gonna have these females to come in and give you massages, have some witness there with you. Have some cameras there with you to protect yourself.
Or those non-disclosures, because I believe a few years back they were trying to get people to sign these, these consent forms that whatever we do here is consensual. But nobody's going to be doing that if you're coming back from a club and you hooking up in random places. But again, there's 2 sides to a story, and I'm sure we'll find out more information uh, on this. But like it seems like everybody's getting brought up on just these charges and of rape and assault. One of the celebrities, Armie Hammer. Um, you probably seen him in these movies. To me, he's just an ordinary white dude, but for some reason, Hollywood loved him. He's in Call Me by Your Name, The Social Network, Mirror Mirror, Sorry to Bother You, which I saw but didn't remember him because he doesn't stand out, but he's popular. But somebody has they confirmed that he's a suspect in LAPD sexual assault investigation. And this is following the incident where he got his extramarital affairs came out via text, and which is disturbing because the person who claimed the rape, Effie, let's see, what is her name? She's a 24-year-old behind the Instagram account House of Effie. She accused him of sexual assault in a 4-hour incident that occurred in 2017. She claimed that she thought she was going to die. Quote, he repeatedly slammed my head against the wall, bruising my face. He also committed other acts of violence against me to which I didn't consent. At the time of the incident, she was 20. He also allegedly beat her feet with a crop so that whenever she walked, it was hard for her to walk for a week. And so, like I said earlier this year, screenshots of some of his unverified texts came out, and they became the surface, talking about he had slave fantasies, cannibalism fantasies, blood sucking, and mutilation fantasies. So his agency dropped him, and he was due to be in a movie or a film with Jennifer Lopez, a romantic comedy called The Shotgun Wedding, until this is resolved. But just seeing that even in 2017, some of the things that he allegedly did to this young lady, present time, he's still showing signs that he's into some dark things, and it's unfortunate, and it makes me wonder how many other women he's done this to, if he did do this.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to the show, H.T. Thompson. I mean, H. Thompson 223 joining on Instagram. Because Miss Risky is here tonight, Instagram don't want to cooperate, don't want our goodness to come out, but you can join us live on YouTube. Just click the link up in the profile, and you can join us live on YouTube because Instagram just don't want us to be great. That's what it is. Um,
I don't know. Is it sounding all right with as low as I could on my phone? But
I still hear the echo. Um,
and
and
I think
then
probably because
your
it's
picture,
close to my computer, maybe. But
yeah, and your picture is frozen also.
there's no way for me to
So
mute it.
yeah, no problem. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and actually what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna try something. I just thought about something. Okay, try to come back in.
Try to come back in. I don't even know how to
Yeah,
go. Oh, there we go.
on Instagram. Yeah,
Yeah.
I said request again, and then say I don't
Wrong
do
one.
this too
Hold on.
much. Uh,
Okay, there we go. There's a delay.
a long delay.
I was just
Let's see.
like, what's going on?
Let's see if it worked this time. See if they
And
can see
I'm
me
trying
moving.
to adjust even my computer, but I don't know.
Okay, I can see you. You moving this time. So
Oh, was I frozen on your thing?
yeah, you have been frozen about the last 10 minutes on it. So
Oh, you were fine on mine.
but in case you are just not tuning in, you are listening to Speak On It with Who You With Kurt Dog. We are live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Periscope. D Live is in the house. And also we're trying to work this Instagram out, but they don't want us to be great on Instagram. So if you don't mind, click the link in the profile, go to the link tree, and go ahead and join us live on YouTube. You can live chat with us during the show, um, whatever we're talking about, or if it's something on your mind, you can definitely go ahead and live chat with us in the show. So this been the talk of the week, literally the talk. We're not promoting them, but Um, yeah, that's how it goes. Sharon Osbourne.
Now I'm not sure. Like I the only thing I know about this story is that she backed Pierce Morgan with his distaste for Meghan Markle, and but I don't know what transpired after that because I've just been in my bubble. I don't know if she said anything, but I know she validated his behavior and said something about he may have made either she or he made some comments out of fear and that they felt cornered or something. And I think that was more her when they asked her a question about backing Pierce. So that's all I know about it. And I'm just like, I'm all confused about what's going on and where did they go left?
Well, now Cheryl Underwood had finally talked out about it, but apparently, um, what the confrontation between the two, they was discussing Piers Morgan, and she didn't like what was said. That's her longtime friend, so she was defending him, and he was accused of racism in his comment about Prince Harry and Meghan. Interview with Oprah. A lot of people got upset about it, but I'm like this: the sister called it like it was, and her husband stood behind her, and not only that, they end up. He know what the family been about.
Right.
So don't act like this is not real. This is just because they rich and all of that, that don't change the way they think about certain folks. So I'm like, look,
And who was that? Um, what was Princess? Was it one of the royals when Meghan came into the family? Wore this offensive brooch when she met Meghan Markle. I'm trying to look up who. The woman was that these family members, let's see, it says Princess Jewelry, a very and gold with a gold turban. And so things like that, I disapprove of this, but little things like that, like you could see that there's a problem because for the longest time it's been white.
yeah,
Like, you know, that's what they know. They don't go outside. I mean, they started out with siblings, marrying the siblings to keep the royal blood on, and then cousins. So they keep it tight, a tight group. I mean, they branched out since then, but they all look the same. So when this woman comes in and, she's like, wait, these people got problems with me. And they're not going to come out and say, they're just going to go about it and like wearing jewelry or making comments like, how dark is he going to be? Like, who cares? So,
mm.
I don't know.
Then on top of that, she talking like she felt like a sacrificial lamb. It's amazing how people would say certain things to try to make people feel bad. And then she
Right.
talking about, I seen one interview, I guess when it happened, she was talking about uh I think somebody said don't be crying. I think she told Cheryl Underwood or something. I don't know. Don't be crying now. I should be the one crying or whatever was said.
Right.
But we all know how Karens do. Soon as the pressure is on, they start crying. They want to be the victim, but
Hmm.
refusing about what they actually talked about.
And it reminds me when you say the tears, like, what is it? Trevor Noah. He has if I were you guys, I would follow him. He has some behind the scenes commentary, and and one of them he talks about white tears and says white women tears are the most powerful thing in the world. Like it gets them out of everything, even though they're in the wrong. And so,
Exactly.
and it's like they do it and then they start crying, but it's like, you know what, at this point, just own it and say, yeah, I did it, and this is why, and keep it moving.
Exactly. Welcome to the show, Donna. I actually said an
That's
old
my
ass
mama.
racist. Oh, hey, mama. Said an old ass racist. On. Hey, I feel you. Radio said peers can dish it out, but can't take it when people stand up to him. That's
True.
how, unfortunately, that's how most racists are. They play the victim game. Once it comes out, they like, hey, you shouldn't attack me like that. Well, heifer, you the one that been attacking folks all along.
Right.
Um,
He's a bully.
I gotta watch my mouth, mama. On
Please, she'll probably no, never mind.
um,
She's very creative, that one.
I heard. Um, but definitely, this is going to be an interesting story. Do you think she should be fired? Because other
I
allegation
mean,
came out.
no. I mean, they asked her her opinion and she gave it. It's the talk. I
Well,
mean, you can't just
you talking about they asked who, Sharon?
Sharon, yeah. Like none
Okay.
of them. I mean, that's the whole point. It's a panel show with varying opinions and various, economic backgrounds and, you know, that's the whole point. Like have different views. Like what's the point of having the talk if you're going to whitewash it?
Well, I think McGarrett from 21 Jump Street, I was in love with
Oh,
Robin.
Holly Robinson Pete.
Yeah, Holly Robinson. I'm gonna just say Holly Robinson. Pete. I must pass the Pete a little bit. But I used to love her in 21 Jump Street, but
Yeah, she was
that's
my fave.
yeah. But she actually came out with a statement, I think on Twitter or something, and
Hmm.
said when she was there, Sharon Osbourne had said some things about her, and then
Said
she
she was
lost
too ghetto for the show.
yeah, too ghetto for the show, and then she ended up losing that position she was in.
But I'm
And
just like Holly Robinson Pete. I'm like ghetto.
I don't even see it because
I was like, we
Holly,
got different definitions.
if it wasn't for her, I never would have been watching 21 Jump Street.
Oh yeah, well, I was. They had some nice looking boys on that show, so I was still in.
Oh, it was some guys on there? I didn't know it was any guys
Hey,
on
Peter
there.
DeLuise, Johnny Depp.
That was the no, I'm gonna leave that one alone. That
Those were
was
my
the
boys.
Johnny Depp before he got the money and went cuckoo for Cocoa Puff, allegedly. Uh, but
I think he
Holly
was always
Robinson,
cuckoo.
because with Holly Robinson in 21 Jump Street, I was excited to see a sister on TV to play a role like that, a starting role.
Hmm.
I was like, oh, then she
And
became
she
the
was brown
captain.
skin girl.
Exactly.
Yeah, you didn't see too
And
many brown skin. You saw a lot of
and
red bones here and
exactly.
there.
And she was in a position where she was doing things right. She was setting an example to the young girls coming up behind her that was watching, saying, "Hey, uh, you can be a police officer if you want to be." That's the tone that she set, and I appreciate her art, her skill. Um, I that's the only reason why I watched 21 Jump Street back in the days because they was
Well, you
good.
can catch her on American Mom. She is hilarious.
Oh, I'd never heard of that show.
Listen, I stumbled upon it by accident, and the show is just so random, but it is brilliant and hilarious.
American Mom.
Yeah.
I don't know if
So
I
yeah,
follow her on
I don't.
Twitter or nothing. I think I follow her on Twitter, but I'm Twitter. I said on, but I'm not on there a whole bunch. Um, American Mom or American Housewife? The mom
Yeah, that
switch.
sounds about right.
Hey, I'm gonna
She's
have to
on the
check,
later season, so I don't know how many seasons there are.
and that's on ABC.
Mhm.
Okay,
It's really
I'm gonna have
funny. I think it's just weird. The mom is ridiculous.
okay, wait a minute. I see American
Let me
Mom, a
see.
celebration of motherhood and pop culture. Then I
That's
see
American
Housewife.
Housewife. So yeah,
Okay, I'm gonna have to
and it
check
was
it
one of
out.
them.
I'm gonna have to
See how
check
many
it out.
seasons?
A lot of shows just start coming back out. Now, radio said they filmed 21 Jump Street there in Vancouver.
Yeah.
And
Well, I mean, a lot of their stars were Canadian, so and some of the scenes, so it makes sense.
yeah, but Holly Robinson, she've always played good roles. Um, and even when she was on the talk, I felt like she did a great job too, because she did bring her own flavor. And so she came out and spoke about it.
Yeah.
Then someone else came out and talked about um, Sharon Osbourne. Allegedly, Sharon Osbourne born have uh, made s- talked about a host that used to be on the show that is allegedly gay, and she talked about them too in a negative way. I'm like this, Sharon. If you did it, do what's right.
Just own up to
You
it.
you disrespect them on live TV. You should apologize on live TV. You should do it publicly, like just like you disrespect Cheryl Underwood. Now, Cheryl Underwood, I've seen her in show before when she come up on stage with that purse, and she always carried a purse with her. But she a great comedian, and she always told things just the way it was, and she always spoke her mind.
Yeah.
So,
And
and
I'm
I
still
know
trying to
it.
figure out why she follows me on Twitter. That was shocking to me. I was like, I don't know you.
Who's Cheryl Underwood?
Yeah, like just randomly. I was like, I think her people followed me for her.
She probably did. You'll be surprised because
But yeah,
I've sent you a couple of text message where certain people start following. I'm like, oh,
yeah.
okay, yeah.
Oh, and let me know when Tay Diggs follows you because he follows everybody.
I don't know if I follow him.
No, he just followed me. I was
Oh,
like,
okay.
oh,
It's connecting with the people. I'm like this. I feel like when a superstar follows someone, it's legit because they're not saying just because of my status, I'm above you. I want to be there with you. So, and that's cool. I'm all for it. You follow me, hey, I, I might look at your pictures or whatever, but I never disturb you. You gotta have that respect. So, but also, I know you've been working hard lately. Oh,
yeah. Holly Robinson's dad is Gordon.
okay. I
Gordon,
didn't.
what is his name?
Let me pull it
Yeah, it
up and
doesn't say the
see.
name.
Uh, and
Oh,
uh,
interesting.
okay, yeah, I remember him.
Yeah,
Matt Robertson. I know him. I remember him being on Sesame Street.
yeah,
Oh man, see that's what I'm talking about. Even Miss Donna is giving us a history lesson right now.
yeah.
uh, yeah, her daddy. I remember Matthew Thomas Robertson Jr. He was an actor, a writer, a television producer. Um, he was the first actor to portray the character of Gordon Robertson on the PBS children TV program Sesame Street. Man, that's what I'm talking about. So I definitely I like Holly Robertson, and she always done great things. And Rodney Pete, I'm happy for him too. Cause Rodney Pete, when he was in Dallas, I rooted for him, but unfortunately, because of unknown people, he wasn't gonna stay that long. Oh,
Yeah, I watched that too. I watched
see,
all those
y'all,
shows.
y'all bringing up all the old stuff. What's that? What was that song? Well, that wasn't on PBS. That was on Channel 11, I think. Conjunction Johnson was your motion. What
Like we
show
had
was
some good
that?
stuff back in the day.
Schoolhouse Rock.
Yeah.
That was it. Um, so that's cool. Uh, I know you've been working on some big things. We're not ready to discuss them just yet
Yeah, just working on a few things, trying to get at least two things completed by the end of
this
this
week.
year. Hopefully more things, but we'll see. Now the trivia game is gonna be tricky. Like I'm working on a trivia game. We're already gearing up for the next level of games to follow up, but we need to figure out how to market it and sell it to the world. So that's what I've been working on. So the prototype is just it's a prototype, but I'm making it kind of cute. It's different. And then the other thing, just hopefully I'll be done by April. So that's coming up in a few. So, and then if I can seal a deal or something, I will keep you posted.
Oh yeah, most definitely. One thing about Miss Risk is when she put her mind down to do something, she gonna do it. She gonna work hard, and I'm gonna be in the corner being her cheerleader, making sure she's staying encouraged. Because sometimes when you're working on things, you may get distracted. But um, from time to time, if I haven't heard from her in a day or two, I text her, "Hey, what's going on?" And she'll text me either way. But I'm
Yeah.
so proud of you. Miss Donna, you did a great job. So uh,
Yeah, tomorrow I'm just gonna be in my bubble. So my
that's good.
creative bubble.
That's good. And what you have about 3 or 4 projects you're working on right now?
Give or take. More like five. Two are on the back burner. Three are like one of them is in motion. The other one I'm cleaning up. And then if this thing that I'm working on pans out in April, then I'll probably do the same thing for my other work. Because I have like a few things I've written, but I don't know how I want it written. If I want to do a screenplay or if I want to adapt it to a novel. So we're going to see how this thing pans out and how the particulars work. And that'll help me with my decision on pursuing the next venture. Got my hands in a lot of stuff.
Got to keep you out of trouble.
I mean, not really, but okay.
So last night after I got off the show, I told y'all my family and I we still do our family call every night at 7. So a lot of time when I get off the show, after I do what I need to do, I see if anybody's still on the call. So last night we was on the call until about 12:30, close to 1. I'm like, you know what? I gotta go. I'm tired. Cause I knew we had a busy day today. and because we was having a busy day, I had to get up early, and we've been rolling all day. So my cousin and them may still be on the phone. So when I get off here, I go back and holler at them. Um, we are working on a, a big show that we're gonna kind of change direction of a couple of things in the show. Think it's gonna be sometime the first of next month is what we talked about. We'll come out with it because we want to make sure when we do this show, it's people can relate to it and understand the difference of it. Because one thing I feel, and correct me if I'm wrong, but what Miss Risky feel, we need to break generation curse. So we're gonna start dealing with stuff like that. So definitely continue to support the show, watch the show, and tell a friend, tell a friend, because we're gonna have some major things coming up. And also, if someone is serious enough and really, no, I'm gonna wait before I say that. Let's go to last night. I just thought about what I told you right before we came on.
Right.
Okay, I know for the last couple of nights, um, I've told people no matter what you're going through, you don't need to go through it by yourself. I don't know who this person was, but if you can hear me, I got the calls this morning. I had 18 missed calls last night from the same number, from 317 to 342.
Don't be telling it on the air.
Well, it's not a problem. I'm okay with that. Unfortunately, because I used to be a truck driver, when I get ready to go to bed, the after I say my prayers, the last thing I do is cut my phone off. But if you at least leave me a message or shoot me a text, as soon as I get it, I'm gonna reach out to you. And whoever the person was, I did try to call back. I did not get an answer. So if you were serious about whatever was going on, you didn't leave a message, but I'm letting you know that I'm still here for you because no matter what you're going through, you should never go through it by yourself, no matter what it was. I don't know if it was a situation going on or what it may have been, but whoever it was, you're more than welcome to call. But like I say, if it's something serious, we could try to get you some help, lead you in the right direction. So and that's for no matter what part of the country you in. If we have access there, we will try to get you the right um, information to do that. And because I'm not gonna lie to you, when I seen all those calls I missed, I kind of got nervous. I'm like, okay, somebody called me 18 times. Apparently, they really needed to talk to me,
Right.
and I felt that I wasn't there to talk to them. So whatever the reason is, if you want to shoot me a text, or as soon as we hang up off the show, if you need to call me. I'm okay with that. But whoever it was, definitely reach back out. Because I'm more concerned about your well being. Want to make sure that you are okay. So, and I know it was somebody from the show for the simple fact the number came in on, and um, so hopefully this person do get that message and reach out to me. Well, no matter what it is. But Miss Risky, besides working on your games and all of that, where can people your games and you mentioned you want to write a movie strip. I might need to give you like, my transcript and let you write a movie for my
Oh
book.
no, I have people.
Oh, My bad.
It's
You, you got it. You have a team together.
right. They're trying to get my thoughts together. I got 25 pages today to review, and I was like, man, what happens next? Like, it's interesting to see the direction. But once I see how they set this up, then that'll help me to figure out if my next project is going to be either a screenplay or a novel. Because it's a lot of details for the next one. So, I don't know. I'm
I'm
excited for this year.
I'm excited for you. I'm actually been talking with a couple of people. I'm ready to get ready to publish my first book. I'm a little nervous about it,
Don't
but
be scared.
I'm not scared where I'm not gonna do it, but I feel that I want my best work to be out there because this book is dear and true to my heart. So, and what I'm talking about, it's really gonna help someone else in the world because I'm actually pouring my heart out there. Because the thing is, when I'm on the show and I tell people how open I am, some people don't realize that I'm one of the realest person you would ever meet. You ask me something, I will give you the correct answer. It may not be like you want it, but I'm gonna give you the correct answer. So you got to be mindful about that because I may kind of say some things and you be like, "Ooh, I didn't expect all of that." But
Mhm.
as long as I'm being honest with you, that's all that matters. But when this book come out, my biggest prayer for this book is that it can help someone, kind of help prevent someone from going through the things I've gone through and that I'm still going through because I get very personal about it, but I think it will be one of those books that will help you. So if it's a good agent that can give me that nice low contract uh, and be able to get that movie deal, holla at me. Yeah, I definitely feel like it will. Uh, I know it will be a New York bestseller. I know it will be. And T Cal talking about, I know I'm late, but yes, American Housewife is funny. It's a funny show. Hey, better late than never. But also, um, I want y'all to just kind of what the oh, guess my battery died from Instagram. uh,
Yeah, mine is plugged into the wall like I was charging my phone.
y'all like I was talking, all of a sudden this big thing came up 20%. But we're getting ready to get out of here. Uh, tell the people where they can find you, and
I'm
also
everywhere online at RSKEE. I'm on Twitter, but not really. Instagram is my home. So hit me up. Um, I need more followers. Uh, I have rskeebooks.com. You can check out my works, and that's it.
as
Check
for
it out.
me, welcome to the show, Miss Ace ACEB. Join. Welcome on Instagram. As for me, you can follow me on pretty much all social media. Speak on it with who you with, Kurt Dog. And uh, if it's something going on, feel free to send me a message. I don't hang out on on social media like I used to. But if you send me a message, that's the best way of getting in contact with me. Um, on all social media because I at least get an alert. And for the ones that been watching the shows on YouTube, I appreciate you. We're getting a lot new subscribers. um, which is great, and want y'all to be a part of the show. And if for any reason um, that y'all have a show idea and y'all want us to speak on it, let us know. We had no problem with doing that. So other than that, I appreciate each and every one of you. Radio, Miss Donna, Marcella's creeped back up in the house tonight after a long hiatus. T Cal, um, the Hope Boy, the Dope Boy on Instagram, and several other people. There's so many people that come in. A lot of people just come in and listen, but they don't never want to chat. Just let us know where you are, for we can shout out to you. Instagram, we're still working with it, but if you click the link tree, you can always join us on YouTube and be a part of the show where we can put your message up and everything. So until Sunday, be safe. Don't forget to wear your mask. Respect the ones that wear their mask and the ones that don't want to wear their mask. Just respect each other and protect yourself. Protect yourself. So until Sunday, I appreciate y'all. Love each and every one of you. Until then.